Have you ever felt surrounded by darkness? Maybe it's those nights when your mind doesn't rest, spinning around worries that seem endless. Perhaps it's that feeling of being lost on a path you no longer recognize, where every step feels uncertain and every decision fills you with doubt. Or maybe it's that silent fear that settles in your chest when you think about the future, your loved ones, everything beyond your control. If you've ever felt this way, if at this very moment there is something in your heart that troubles you, I want you to know something fundamental. You are not alone. And tonight, in the stillness of this moment, we will discover together a truth that has sustained millions of people for thousands of years. A truth so powerful that it can transform your fear into confidence, your anxiety into peace, and your darkness into light. Psalm 27 begins with words that change everything. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Pause for a moment on these words. Let them penetrate beyond your mind, reaching that deep place where you keep your most intimate fears. God is your light. Not just any light, not a flickering candle that can be extinguished by the first wind. He is the light that dispels all darkness, that illuminates every corner of your life, that shows you the way when everything seems confusing. Think of those moments in your life when everything seemed dark. Perhaps it was when you received difficult news, when a relationship broke, when loneliness wrapped around you like a heavy blanket. In those moments, you might not have seen it then, but there was a light. It has always been there. It is not a light that depends on your circumstances, your strength, or your ability to stand firm. It is the light that comes from Him, constant, faithful, eternal. When the psalmist says that God is his salvation, he is speaking of something deeper than mere rescue. He is speaking of redemption, restoration, that complete transformation that only God can bring into our lives. Salvation is not just being rescued from something, it is being brought toward something better. It is being taken by the hand, by the one who knows you completely and still loves you immeasurably, and being guided toward the beautiful purpose for which you were created. Whom shall I fear? This is not an empty rhetorical question. It is an invitation to examine our hearts. What truly scares you? Is it the uncertainty of tomorrow? The possibility of losing something or someone you love? The fear of not being enough, of failing, of disappointing? Whatever your fears are, and we all have some tucked away in the corners of our hearts, this verse reminds us that when God is with you, when He is your light and your salvation, fear loses its power over you. Fear is curious. It can seem so real, so overwhelming. It can steal your sleep, rob your peace, paralyze you. But here is the truth that fear does not want you to know. It is a shadow, and shadows only exist where something blocks the light. When you allow God's light to fully illuminate your life, when you trust Him completely, those shadows of fear begin to fade. The psalmist continues painting an even more powerful image. Though an army encamp against me, my heart will not fear. Though war arise against me, yet I will be confident. Imagine this for a moment. A whole army, an overwhelming force rising against you. In the ancient world, an army besieging a city meant imminent danger, a threat you could not ignore. And yet the psalmist says, "My heart will not fear." How is this possible? How can someone be surrounded by threats and yet remain calm? The answer is not in denying the reality of difficulties. David, who wrote this psalm, knew real danger well. He had fled for his life, been pursued, faced enemies who literally wanted him dead. He was not riding from an ivory tower, far from the problems of the world. He was writing from the battlefield of real life. And from that place of genuine experience, from having gone through the fire and come out stronger, he tells us, "Though war breaks out around me, I will be confident." This confidence does not come from his own strength. It is not arrogance or denial. It is a confidence deeply rooted in the character of God. It is knowing, not just intellectually, but in the depths of your being, that God is faithful, that He is powerful, that He sustains you. Perhaps at this moment in your life, you feel battles all around you. They may not be literal armies, but they can feel just as overwhelming. They can be battles in your mind, struggles with thoughts that constantly attack you, telling you that you are not enough, that you have failed too many times, that it is too late for you. They can be battles in your relationships, conflicts that seem unsolvable, distances that have grown between you and loved ones. They can be physical battles, struggles with your health, with fatigue, with the limitations time has brought to your body. Or perhaps your battles are quieter, but no less real. The battle against loneliness, against the feeling that the world is moving too fast and you've been left behind. The battle against irrelevance, wondering if you still have purpose, if you still matter. The battle against regrets, those voices from the past whispering about what you could have done differently. Listen to these words carefully. Though all these battles surround you, though they feel overwhelming, your heart does not have to fear. Not because the battles are not real, but because God is more real. Not because the difficulties are not great, but because God is greater. Not because the path is not difficult, but because you do not walk it alone. The psalmist now reveals the secret of his confidence. "One thing I have asked of the Lord, that I will seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in His temple." Here is the heart of the matter. Amid all the requests we could make, all the things we could ask for, the psalmist reduces it to one thing. One thing. In our modern world, we are used to juggling 1,000 things at once. Our minds are constantly busy, our schedules full, our to-do lists endless. There is always something else to do, someone else to attend to, another problem to solve. And amid all this noise, this constant activity, we lose sight of the essential. What is that one thing the psalmist seeks above all? It is not prosperity, though prosperity is good. It is not health, though health is a gift. It is not success or recognition or comfort. It is the presence of God. To be in His house, to dwell with Him, to behold His beauty, to seek His face. This is the one necessary thing, the pearl of great price for which it is worth giving everything. To behold the beauty of the Lord. What a beautiful and profound phrase. We are not talking about superficial or temporary beauty. We are talking about the beauty that transcends all understanding, the beauty of His character, His infinite love, His inexhaustible grace, His unfailing faithfulness. This is a beauty that does not fade over time, that does not depend on external circumstances, that remains constant and glorious for all eternity. When we spend time in God's presence, when we make seeking His face our priority, something happens within us. It is not magic. It is not a psychological trick. It is real transformation. It is as if, by beholding His beauty, we begin to reflect it. As we sit in His presence, His peace begins to fill our restless hearts. As we hear His voice, the other voices that scream and confuse us begin to quiet. To inquire in His temple means to seek His wisdom, His guidance. It is to come before Him not only with requests, but with an open heart, willing to listen, to learn, to be taught. It is to acknowledge that we do not have all the answers, that our wisdom is limited, but that He sees everything. knows everything, understands everything. And here is the beautiful promise. He will hide me in his tabernacle in the day of trouble. He will conceal me in the shelter of his dwelling. He will set me high upon a rock. Imagine this. In ancient times, when danger came, people sought refuge in high places, in fortresses, in places where they could be safe and see their enemies from afar. God promises to be that refuge for us when the day of trouble comes, and it will, because we live in a fallen world. God does not abandon us to our fate. He hides us. He protects us. He places us in a safe place. He does not always remove difficult circumstances immediately, but He always sustains us in the midst of them. His presence is our refuge. His love is our shield. His faithfulness is the firm rock beneath our feet. He will set me upon a rock. A rock does not move with storms. It does not change with the seasons. It is firm, stable, reliable. In a world where everything seems to be constantly changing, where what was true yesterday may not be true today, where circumstances shift like the wind, we need something solid to stand on. That rock is God. He does not change. His love for you does not depend on your performance. His commitment to you does not waver with your ups and downs. He is the same solid rock today that He was yesterday and will be tomorrow. The psalm continues with a note of victory. Now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies who surround me. Do you notice the shift? Before, we were surrounded by enemies, battles, threats. But now, the head is lifted. This is not arrogance. It is the confidence that comes from knowing God fights our battles. When God lifts you, when He exalts you, it is not so you can boast over others. It is so you can see from a new perspective. It is so you can understand that the problems that seemed so big, the enemies that seemed so powerful, actually have no power over you when you are under God's protection. From that high rock, from that place of safety in Him, you can see clearly. The giants that terrified you turn out not to be so big after all. And the natural response to this deliverance, to this victory, is worship. I will offer in His tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing and make melody to the Lord. Genuine praise flows from a heart that has experienced God's faithfulness. It is not just singing songs or saying beautiful words. It is an overflow of gratitude, awe, and reciprocated love. Sacrifices of joy. In the ancient world, sacrifices cost something. It was not simply saying words. It was giving what you had, offering something valuable. Our praise should also cost something. It should come from the depths of our being, even when we don't feel like it, even when circumstances are not perfect. It is in those moments that our praise is most powerful, most precious before God. To sing and make melody is not only for those with beautiful voices or musical talent. It is for anyone with a grateful heart. It is raising your voice, whether in a whisper or a shout, and declaring the truths about who God is. It is reminding yourself and reminding the forces that oppose you that God is good, that He is faithful, that He is worthy of all praise. Now the psalmist becomes more personal, more vulnerable. Hear, O Lord, my voice with which I cry to you. Have mercy on me and answer me. My heart has said of you, seek my face. Your face, Lord, I will seek. Here we see that even in the midst of confidence, even after declaring that he will not fear, there is a genuine cry. There is a real need. And this is important to understand. Having faith does not mean pretending that everything is fine when it is not. It does not mean putting on a false smile and denying your feelings. It means bringing everything you are, including your worries, fears, needs, before the one who can do something about it. It means being honest with God, knowing that He can handle your honesty, that He is not afraid of your doubts or questions. Hear my voice. It is a cry from the heart. It is not a polished prayer or perfectly formulated words. It is simply, God, I need you to hear me. I need to know you are there. I need your help. And the beautiful truth is that He hears every word, every sigh, every tear. Nothing you bring before Him is too small or insignificant. Nothing is too big or impossible. He hears you because He loves you. Seek my face. It is as if God Himself is calling you, inviting you to come closer, not to settle for a superficial relationship, not to be content with knowing Him by hearsay. He wants you to seek Him, to know Him intimately, to experience His presence personally and truly. And the psalmist's response is immediate and sincere. Your face, Lord, I will seek. Not the things you can give me, though I appreciate your blessings. Not just your answers, though I need your guidance. I seek you, your face, your presence, your love. Because at the end of the day, what our hearts truly long for is not to have all the answers or for all our problems to disappear. What we truly need is Him. But then comes a plea revealing a deep fear. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You have been my help. Do not leave me or forsake me, O God of my salvation. Here the psalmist expresses one of the deepest fears we can experience, the fear of being abandoned by God, of losing His presence, of being left alone. It is an understandable fear. We have all experienced abandonment in some form. Perhaps someone you trusted let you down. Perhaps people you thought would always be by your side walked away when you needed them most. Perhaps you have felt the pain of being forgotten, set aside, considered no longer important. And that pain leaves marks. It makes us fear that even God could do the same. But hear this truth with all your heart. God is not like people. He will not abandon you. He will not leave you. He will not grow tired of you. His love has no conditions. It does not depend on your perfection or your worthiness. He loves you because He chose to love you. And that decision is irrevocable. Though my father and mother leave me, yet the Lord will take me in. This is one of the most beautiful and moving promises in all Scripture. Even if those who are supposed to love you most, those who gave you life, were to abandon you, even then, God is there. He picks you up. He holds you in His arms. He sustains you. He says, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. For many of us, this promise touches a very deep place. Perhaps you had a difficult relationship with your parents. Perhaps you experienced rejection, pain, or the absence of that unconditional love every child needs. Or perhaps you had wonderful parents, but now they are aging or no longer with you, and you feel that emptiness, that sense of being a little more alone in the world. God says, I take you in. No matter who left you, who hurt you, who abandoned you, I am here. I hold you. You are mine, and no one can change that. Teach me, O Lord, your way, and guide me on the path of righteousness because of my enemies. The psalmist acknowledges that he needs direction. He does not pretend to have everything figured out. He's not acting as if he knows everything. Humbly, he asks, teach me, guide me, show me the way. This is the posture of wisdom. It is not weakness to admit that you need guidance. It is strength. It is genuine humility that acknowledges that there is someone greater, wiser, who sees what you cannot see. And when we ask Him to teach us, to guide us, we are expressing our trust in His wisdom and His love. On the path of righteousness, not always the easiest path, but the right path. The path that leads us to where we truly want to be, that shapes us into who we truly want to become. And note the reason: because of my enemies. When we walk in God's path, when we live in His righteousness, our lives become living testimonies of His goodness. Our enemies, those who oppose us or our faith, cannot deny the change God has made in us. Do not deliver me to the will of my enemies, for false witnesses have risen against me, and those who breathe out cruelty. It is a plea for protection, not only physical, but also of reputation, of justice. There are moments in life when we are misunderstood, judged unfairly, when others speak against us with words that are not true. This hurts deeply. Our natural instinct is to defend ourselves, prove our innocence, fight for our reputation. But the psalmist shows us another way. He places his defense in God's hands. He trusts that God knows the truth, that God sees everything, and that God will bring justice in His time. You do not need to fight every battle. You do not need to defend yourself against every accusation. God is your defender. He knows your heart, He sees your truth, and He, in His timing and His way, will bring to light what needs to be revealed and bring justice where it is needed. And then we reach one of the most powerful and hopeful verses of the entire psalm. I would have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Read this again. I would have fainted. The psalmist is being completely honest. He is saying, I would have lost hope. I would have given up. I would have been overwhelmed by all of this. But, that small word so powerful. But, if I had not believed to see the goodness of the Lord, here is the difference between despair and perseverance. Here is what sustains our spirit when everything else falls apart. It is the confidence, the firm belief that we will see God's goodness. And note where we will see it: in the land of the living. Not just in heaven someday, though heaven is real and glorious, and we look forward to that day. But here, now, in this life, in this world, we will see His goodness. This is crucial. We are not talking about a faith that postpones all hope to the afterlife. We are talking about a faith that expects to see God's hand moving here and now. The goodness of the Lord. Not just small mercies, though those count too. We are talking about His abundant, generous, overwhelming goodness. We are talking about seeing His promises fulfilled, experiencing His miracles, witnessing His provision, feeling His comfort, knowing His peace that surpasses all understanding. Perhaps at this moment it is difficult for you to see His goodness. Perhaps the circumstances are so dark that it seems impossible for anything good to come of this. But I want you to know something. Your difficulty in seeing does not change the reality of His goodness. God is good, has always been good, and will always be good. And His goodness is working in your life even now, even in the midst of what you are going through. Sometimes His goodness shows up in ways we did not expect. Sometimes it comes packaged differently than we imagined. But when we look back, when we see the full picture, we recognize, yes, God was being good to me even then, even in that, even through that. And now we reach the final verse, the words that summarize the entire psalm, that give us the key to living in the confidence we have been exploring. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord. Here it is. The clear, direct, essential instruction. Wait for the Lord. Wait. This is perhaps one of the hardest things we are asked to do. We live in a culture of instant gratification. We want answers now. We want solutions today. We want our prayers to be answered immediately. Waiting goes against everything our society teaches us. But there is something deeply transformative in waiting. It is not wasted time. It is not God, making you suffer for no reason. Waiting is part of the process of growth, of maturation, of developing a faith that does not depend on seeing immediate results. In waiting, we learn to trust not what we can see, but the one who sees all. Waiting for the Lord does not mean being passive. It does not mean sitting and doing nothing while your life falls apart. It means continuing to trust as you do what you can do, as you take the steps before you, as you live faithfully in the present, even when the future is unclear. Be strong. Be courageous. This is not a gentle suggestion. It is a loving command. God is saying, you can be strong. Not because you have to rely on your own strength, but because my strength is available to you. Do not give up. Do not surrender. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep trusting. And let your heart take courage. Let your heart be filled with renewed hope. Let it be strengthened by the truth of who God is and His love for you. Your heart may have felt weak, tired, discouraged. But God says, courage is available. Hope is available. Renewal is available for your weary spirit. Yes, wait for the Lord. He repeats it because we need to hear it twice, because we will forget, and we will need it reminded to us. Because when things get hard, when the waiting feels long, we need someone to tell us again, wait, don't give up. He's coming. He is working. He has not forgotten you. So, what do we do with all of this? How do we live out these truths from Psalm 27 in our daily life? They are not just beautiful words to read and then forget. They are truths to live by, to embrace, to allow to transform the way we face each day. Start each day by reminding yourself, God is my light and my salvation. Before your feet touch the floor, before your mind begins to race with all the worries of the day, anchor your heart in this truth. He is your light. He is your salvation. With Him, you can face whatever comes. When fear knocks at your door, and it will, because we live in a world full of uncertainty, remember, whom shall I fear? You don't have to give fear a place. You can acknowledge its presence, and then, with the authority God has given you, say, you have no power here. God is with me, and He is greater than anything that frightens me. Make seeking God's presence your priority. Don't let the rush of life, the endless demands, the constant noise steal this time with Him. To behold His beauty, to seek His face, to hear His voice. This is not a luxury for when you have extra time. It is a vital necessity, as essential as the air you breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, when battles surround you, run to Him as your refuge. Don't try to be strong enough on your own. Don't pretend you can handle it all. Be honest about your need and run to the one who is your strength, your rock, your safe place. Practice praise, especially in difficult moments. When everything in you wants to complain, when circumstances seem to give reasons for discouragement, choose praise. Not as a denial of reality, but as a declaration of a greater reality. God is good. God is faithful. God is worthy, no matter what is happening around you. Ask for His guidance for every decision, every step. Don't rely solely on your own understanding. Bring everything before Him. Seek His wisdom. Wait for His direction. And when He shows you the way, even if it is not the easiest path, follow it. Because His way is always the best way, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Entrust your reputation, your righteousness, your cause to Him. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to prove your worth to everyone. God knows your heart. He sees your truth. Rest in that and let Him be your defender. Keep alive the hope of seeing His goodness. Even on dark days, even when you cannot see how things could improve, keep that flame of hope alive, because you will see His goodness here, in this life, in the land of the living. He is faithful, and His promises are yes and amen. And when the waiting feels long, when you want to give up, when it seems He will not fulfill His promises, remember, wait for the Lord. Be strong. Take courage in your heart. And yes, wait for the Lord, because God's timing is perfect, and what He is preparing for you is worth the wait. Tonight, as the fire burns gently, as the stillness surrounds you, allow these truths to settle deeply in your heart. You are not alone in your struggles. You are not abandoned in your fears. You are not without hope in your circumstances. The same God who was light for David thousands of years ago is your light today. The same God who was a refuge in the midst of battles is your refuge now. The same God who promised never to abandon His people promises you, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Breathe deeply. Feel His presence here with you. He is closer than you think, more attentive than you imagine, more committed to your well-being than you can comprehend. Every worry you carry, every weight you've been bearing alone, every anxiety that has stolen your sleep, bring it before Him now. You don't have to carry any of it alone. He invites you to place it all at His feet, trusting that He will care for you in ways you cannot care for yourself. Think of the generations of people who have found comfort in these words of Psalm 27. Thousands of years of mothers, grandmothers, women in every era and every place who faced their own battles, their own fears, their own dark nights. And these words held them. This truth strengthened them. This God guided them through it all. And now He holds you. It is not a coincidence that you are here tonight, listening to these words. God knew you would need them. He knew the weight you have been carrying, the questions you have been asking, the tears you have shed when no one was watching. And He wants you to know, I see you, I know you, I love you, and I will take care of you. Maybe you have been going through a long season of difficulty. Perhaps you have been praying for something for so long that you have begun to wonder if God really hears, if He really cares. Perhaps you are tired of being strong, exhausted from keeping going, ready to give up. If that is you, hear these words as if God Himself were whispering them directly to your heart. Wait. Be strong. Take courage in your heart. Wait on me. He's not asking you to pretend everything is okay. He's not telling you to ignore your pain or deny your struggles. He's asking you to trust Him in the middle of it all, to keep your heart connected to His, to not let circumstances define your faith, but let your faith in Him sustain you through the circumstances. Waiting is hard because it requires letting go of control. We must admit we cannot force the answers, that we cannot make things happen on our own schedule. We must surrender to His timing, trust His wisdom, believe that He sees what we cannot see and is working in ways we cannot yet understand. But here is the beauty of waiting on the Lord. It is not passive waiting with hopelessness. It is active waiting with expectancy. It is living each day with the confidence that He is working, that His goodness is on the way, that what He has promised will come to pass. It is rising each morning and saying, I still believe, I still trust, I still hope in you, Lord. And while you wait, He sustains you, He strengthens you, He fills you with His presence, He reminds you of His love. He shows you small signs of His faithfulness that keep your hope alive. Because He is a good Father who not only gives us what we ask, but gives Himself in the process of waiting. Sometimes we think faith is having no doubts, no questions, no fear. But Psalm 27 shows us something different. It shows us that real faith coexists with fear and yet chooses to trust. Real faith asks honest questions and yet seeks the face of God. Real faith acknowledges battles and yet declares, "I will not fear." You don't have to be perfect in your faith. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to feel strong all the time. What matters is where you turn your heart when you feel weak, whom you go to when things get hard, whom you trust when everything else seems to fail. God is not asking for perfection. He is offering His presence. He is not demanding that you be strong enough. He is saying, "My strength is enough for you." He's not judging you for your struggles. He's inviting you to bring them all before Him so He can carry them with you. There is a deep invitation in this psalm, an invitation to know God, not only as a distant concept, not only as a theological idea, but as a real, living, active presence in your life. He wants you to experience Him as your light in times of confusion, your salvation in times of danger, your strength in times of weakness, your refuge in times of storm. And this experience of God is not reserved for special or super holy people. It is not only for those who have perfect faith or never doubt. It is for you, exactly as you are, with all your imperfections, all your past mistakes, all your present struggles, all your fears about the future. God wants you, and He wants you to know Him. When you seek His face, when you make His presence your priority, something changes in you. It does not happen overnight. It is a gradual, gentle process, like the light of dawn slowly dispelling the darkness of night. But it happens. You begin to see things differently. You begin to respond to situations with more peace. You begin to trust more easily. You begin to rest in His love. This transformation is not something you do by your own strength. It is what He does in you when you spend time in His presence. It is the natural fruit of a cultivated relationship, of time invested, of a heart open to His work. It is Him changing you from the inside out, making you more like Him, filling you with His peace, His love, His character. And as this happens, you find that the fears that once paralyzed you begin to lose their grip. The worries that once consumed your thoughts begin to lessen. The problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to look different when viewed through the eyes of faith, when brought before the One who has all power and all wisdom. You are not meant to live in constant fear. You were not created to be overwhelmed by anxiety. It is not God's plan for you to live defeated by your circumstances. He has something better for you. He has peace that surpasses all understanding. He has joy that does not depend on external circumstances. He has hope that does not fade, even in the darkest moments. And all of this is available to you, not because you deserve it, not because you have earned it, but simply because He loves you, because you are His daughter, because He delights in you and wants the best for you. His heart toward you is pure, constant, unconditional love. So how do you receive all of this? How do you make these truths from Psalm 27 your lived reality? Start where you are. Don't wait until you feel more ready, more worthy, more capable. Come just as you are today, with all your mess, all your doubts, all your burdens. Come before Him in stillness. Create space in your life to be with Him. It doesn't have to be hours, although more time is always good. It can be just a few moments at the start of the day where you quiet your heart, where you say, "Good morning, Lord. I am here. I need you today. Teach me to walk in your light." Come before Him with honesty. Tell Him how you truly feel, what is scaring you, what is worrying you, what you need. Of course, He already knows, but there is something powerful in saying it, in expressing it with words, in bringing it into the light of His presence. Come before Him with expectancy, not with demands about how or when He should respond, but with hope that He will respond in His way and in His timing. Believe that He is good, that He hears you, that He cares, that He is working even now in ways you may not yet see. And then, throughout the day, keep your heart connected to His. When fear rises, remember, He is my light and my salvation. When you feel alone, remember, He will never leave me nor forsake me. When facing difficult decisions, remember, He guides me and teaches me His way. When waiting feels long, remember, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. These truths are anchors for your soul. They are reminders that can reorient your heart when you begin to drift toward fear or hopelessness. They are promises you can cling to when everything else feels unstable. And over time, as you practice this, as you choose to trust again and again, as you turn your heart toward Him day after day, you will find your faith strengthened. Not because you never have doubts, but because you have tested and seen that the Lord is good. Because you have experienced His faithfulness again and again. Because you have seen His hand move in your life in ways you cannot deny. This is faith that endures. Not merely theoretical or intellectual faith, but faith tested in the fire of real life. Faith that has borne the weight of difficulty and hasn't broken. Faith that has gone through dark nights and come out on the other side with the testimony, God is faithful. He was with me. He sustained me. And He will do it again. Your story is not finished. I know you may have gone through hard things. Perhaps there are chapters of your life you wish you could rewrite. Perhaps there are pains you carry that no one else sees. But I want you to know this. God is writing something beautiful even now. He can take the broken pieces of your life and create something new, something beautiful, something that declares His glory and grace. Do not waste your struggles. Do not think that your difficulties mean God has forgotten you or that you have done something wrong. Often, it is in our hardest moments that God does His deepest work in us. It is when we walk through the valley that we learn He is truly with us. It is when we feel weakest that we discover His strength is more than enough. Your current struggles may be preparation for your next level of faith. Your present desert may be developing in you a depth of character you could not obtain any other way. Your waiting may be teaching you to trust in ways that will completely transform your relationship with God. So don't give up. Not in your faith, not in your hope, not in yourself. Keep going, one day at a time, sometimes one moment at a time. Keep seeking His face. Keep trusting His goodness. Keep waiting on Him, because this is true. Morning will come. Darkness will not last forever. The storm will eventually pass. And when that day comes, when you look back on all you have gone through, you will see God's hand in every step of the way. You will see how He sustained you when you thought you could not go on. You will see how He provided when you didn't know where help would come from. You will see how He was faithful, always faithful, even when it was hard to see. And your testimony will be powerful. You will be able to say with conviction, I have seen the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I have tasted and seen that the Lord is good. He is faithful. He is true. He is worthy of all trust. As the fire continues to burn gently tonight, as the flames dance and the embers glow with warmth, let it be a reminder of God's constant presence. Just as this fire gives light in the darkness and warmth in the cold, so God is your light, your warmth, your comfort in the cold and dark circumstances of life. He is not distant. He is not indifferent. He is not too busy for you. He is here, right now, as close as your next breath. He is attentive to every need, every concern, every longing of your heart. And His heart toward you is full of love, full of compassion, full of good plans for your future. You can rest tonight. You don't have to figure everything out right now. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be strong enough on your own. You can let go of control, let go of worry, let go of fear. You can place it all in His hands, trusting that He is more than able to care for you. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine placing every burden, every weight, every worry in His hands. One by one, you give them to Him. That fear about the future, that concern for your loved ones, that situation you don't know how will be resolved, that need you don't know how will be met, that broken relationship you don't know how to heal. Everything. Give it all to Him. And now imagine Him looking at you with eyes full of love and saying, "I've got this. You rest. You trust. I will fight your battles. I will provide for your needs. I will guide your steps. I will be your light in the darkness. I will be your strength in weakness. I will be your peace in the storm. Just trust me." Can you believe it? Can you receive these words not just as a nice concept, but as real truth for your life? He really wants to carry your burdens. He really wants to be your refuge. He really is committed to you in a way beyond what you can imagine. Your part is simply to believe, to trust, to wait, not with anxiety, but with hope, not with despair, but with expectancy, not with fear, but with faith. Because He is trustworthy. He has proven His faithfulness again and again through the generations. And what He has done for others, He will do for you. Tonight, as you prepare to rest, take these words from Psalm 27 with you. Let them become your lullaby, your nightly prayer, your declaration of faith. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Let them resonate in your heart. Let them calm your anxious thoughts. Let them bring peace to your restless spirit. Because they are true. Not because you make them true, but because God is true, and His promises never fail. And tomorrow, when you wake, begin your day by remembering these same truths. Before your mind starts racing with all the tasks and worries of the day, anchor your heart in Him. Remember who He is. Remember who you are in Him. Remember His promises. And then walk into your day not with fear, but with confidence, knowing that He goes with you, that He goes before you, that He surrounds you with His love. No matter what the day brings, no matter what challenges you face, no matter what trials may come, you have what you need. God with you. And if God is with you, who can be against you? If He is your light, what darkness can overcome you? If He is your strength, what can make you fall? Nothing. Absolutely nothing can separate you from His love. Nothing can snatch you from His hand. Nothing can frustrate His good plans for you. You are safe in Him, held by Him, loved by Him, kept by Him. This is your identity. This is your reality. This is your truth. Not based on your feelings, which can change. Not based on your circumstances, which, can vary. Based on the unchanging nature of God and His eternal love for you. So rest tonight, dear friend. Rest in His love. Rest in His care. Rest in His faithfulness. Rest knowing He holds you, that He watches over you, that He has everything under control. And when hard days come, and they will, because that is the nature of living in this fallen world, remember Psalm 27. Return to these truths again and again. Let them be your refuge, your comfort, your strength. Wait for the Lord. Be strong, and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord, because He is worthy of your wait. He is worthy of your trust. He is worthy of all your devotion. And one day, when you look back on this time of your life, You will see with perfect clarity what may now be hard to see. You will see how He was faithful at every step. You will see how He guided you even when you could not see the way. You will see how His goodness surrounded you even in the darkest moments, and your heart will be filled with gratitude. Your spirit will rise in praise, and you will say with total conviction, "Truly, the Lord is my light and my salvation. He has been faithful, He has been good. He has been everything I needed and more." May these truths from Psalm 27 not be just words you heard one night. May they become the lived realities of your daily life. May they shape the way you see your circumstances. May they transform how you respond to challenges. May they give you courage to face your fears and faith to wait on God even when the waiting is long. May the Lord truly be your light, shining in every dark area of your life. May He be your salvation, rescuing you not only from difficult circumstances, but from yourself, from your own destructive patterns, from everything that keeps you from living in the fullness He has for you. May He be your strength when you feel weak, your refuge when you need protection, your guide when you need direction, your peace when you need rest, your hope when you need encouragement, your all in all. And may your life become a testimony of His faithfulness. May others see in you the difference that trusting Him makes. May your peace in the storms make them wonder where it comes from. May your joy in trials point them to the one who is the source of all true joy. May you be a light to others, reflecting His light. May you be a comfort to others, sharing the comfort you have received from Him. May you be a source of hope to others, pointing them toward the hope you have in Him. This is your calling. This is your purpose. Not just to receive His love and care, though that is wonderful, but also to share it, extend it, allow it to flow through you to others who need it too. So walk in the light of these truths, live in the power of these promises, rest in the reality of His love, and let your life be a continuous declaration. The Lord is my light and my salvation. In Him I fear. In Him I trust. Through Him I hope, and He will never, ever fail me. May your heart rest tonight with these truths deeply rooted. May you sleep in peace, held by His love. And may you awaken tomorrow renewed in spirit, strengthened in faith, filled with hope for the new day He has prepared for you. The Lord is your light. The Lord is your salvation. The Lord is the strength of your life, now and always. Amen.